and he's also been Secretary for Ministry of Labour and Employment. But today we have Shri Apurva Chandra as Secretary INB with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon Apurva Chandra.
Morning, my colleagues on the dais, friends from media and entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Today, FICCI has put me on 4 panels, one after the other. So it will be like take, retake, and then thereafter the audience will be saying cut, 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 because I will be repeating myself in all the panels. So I will go totally off script and try not to repeat, but I think whenever you feel, then you can say cut, cut, and I will stop. We in the government, we would like to be facilitators and supporters of the media and entertainment industry so that it grows to world scale and not regulators. And that is how we have been working over the past few years, supporting the media and entertainment industry. Mr. Pherwani put up the numbers that there has been a 20% growth in 2022. The media entertainment industry in India has reached $26 billion, which is a remarkable figure. At the same time, there is a reality check that we are still 1% of the world, less than 1% of the world. So there is a world to be captured. The world is interested in Indian stories. The world is interested in Indian culture, and that is what we see when we win Oscars, when our films are appreciated throughout the world. The box office is rising, and the content on the OTTs, it is being lapped up all over the world. That is what Netflix, Amazon, and the others tell us. That the Indian stories now being dubbed and being accessible throughout the world are being lapped up throughout the world. But then, what is it that constrains us? Why is it that we are not reaching world scale? I would think that there are 2-3 things which are necessary for the industry to grow. One is, of course, the manpower, then the infrastructure. Yesterday only I was talking to some colleagues and they were saying that there is a lack of manpower, and there the role of government comes in. We would like to work along with the industry to set up more and more institutes so that more and more manpower comes on board. Animation, visual effect, graphics, that is the area where there is a tremendous potential. That area is growing 20% almost every year. But so much of, now we have become the most populous country in the world. But still, there is a lack of manpower, and people, because now the content, the creation of content over the past 2-3 years since the OTTs have come in has grown stupendously in the country. And people tell me that there is nobody without work now in Mumbai or anywhere else where films are being made. Everybody is having lots of work. People are working double shift, triple shifts, and that is why probably AYUSHMANN was also late. He must have been working till the morning, I'm sure. So how do we get our young people to be trained into areas where the industry needs? And for that, last year we created the AVGC task force. The finance minister announced it in the budget. The report is submitted, and now we are going to come out with the AVGC policy and create an AVGC mission so that we can take the vision forward. We can work right from the school level into skilling our children, and in the curriculum introduce courses for animation, visual effects, so that in the computer courses and in their computer courses and co-curricular activities, whatever they do in terms of graphic arts and others, that they can do using software, and then they can grow up into animators and creators of stories in animation and visual effects. Support in terms of National Center for Excellence. We hope that by the next year, when we come here again for this FICCI frames, we would be able to announce, or the National Center for Excellence will be operational in Mumbai, and we hope that next year we would not be talking about it, but actually be seeing that National Center for Excellence functioning in Mumbai. 4 major areas in media entertainment: films, broadcasting, OTT, AVGC I have already talked about. And in all these, government wants to play a supportive role. Last year when I had come in the FICCI fast track, we had said that the merger of the film units is going to happen. Now it has already happened. NFDC has become the umbrella organization for all the film-related activities being done by the government, whether it is participation in films, whether it is production funding, whether it is film heritage or children films, etc. The objective of this merger is that whatever NFDC earns should be flowed back for the media and entertainment industry. Doesn't go into the consolidated fund of the country, because that gives more leeway, more funding to NFDC to work for the media, for the film industry. On the film heritage mission, we have given out, all the contracts have been awarded, more than 500 crores worth, and the work is going on at Pune at a fast pace. We have a target of digitizing 5,100 or so reels, of which 2,435 are feature film, 2,760 are shorts, and already till now about 1,400 films and 1,100 shorts have already been digitized. Restoration contract, which was the largest of the contract, almost 350 crore, that has also been awarded. We are going to do 2,253 films, of which 1145 feature films and 1100 short. This is what the government is doing, and we have arrived at this number of films and short after going through a rigorous process of committees, national awards, and whatever we feel as the heritage. What I would like to call upon the film industry today, and what I have been discussing with my team, is that there are still a number of films and shorts which have been left behind, which are not part of our mission. Can we launch a program where fans like you come up and say that I am a fan of this film and this should be restored, this should be digitized, and you pay for it. So I think we will come up with a program like that people and fans pay for a film and that can be restored and that can be digitized at resources which we have set up, and then we keep it in our vaults for safekeeping and for posterity. We hope to launch this program soon. Also, NFDC, we feel, has been left behind. Now, for the past 8-10 years, we have not really been financing many projects. We need to come back again. We need to finance projects. We need to give support to young filmmakers who don't get access otherwise in the larger market. And also come up with the OTT of NFDC so that those who don't get access to theaters, they are able to, their films are showcased on the OTT of NFDC. The young talent gets a chance to showcase their talent. The Film Facilitation Office has been revamped. We will come out with the tender for the website of the Film Facilitation Office within a month so that we take up construction of theaters, event management, film shootings, link it with the state, incentives, everything we take up within that Film Facilitation Office on that website. And we hope to get some good parties to revamp this particular website. The Cinematograph Act has recently been, the Cabinet has approved the revamp of the Cinematograph Act so that we take strict action on piracy. The Act is likely to be introduced in the monsoon session of the Parliament. We hope to get it passed soon. And once the Act is passed, I'm sure the film industry and those on the OTTs, they would be happy with the provisions which give powers to the government to directly take action on internet website where pirated films get circulated. Regarding the International Film Festival of India at Goa, again, we would like to partner with industry. The NFDC wants to hire people as festival director, as marketing director, and in other positions so that the festival becomes more professional, less of government, and we hope that the advertisements are already out, that people who are listening and those who have seen the ad come forward to make International Film Festival of Goa truly an international festival and a name to reckon with in the world. As regarding broadcasting, the new uplinking, downlinking guidelines came out just about a couple of months back. We have tried to reduce the burden of regulations. In many of the cases where permissions were required, we have reduced it, and now it is only intimation. On uplinking of channels, where downlinking is not being done in India, and the downlinking is done somewhere outside the country, we will reduce the requirement of paper substantially, very substantially, since we are not concerned about the quality of programming or the program content because it is not being beamed down in India, so that India becomes an uplinking hub for channels like other countries, because many of the neighboring countries go to Singapore, Dubai, etc. to uplink their channels. As regards OTT, because that has seen the most phenomenal growth over the past 2-3 years during the COVID period, government has kept a soft touch approach. It is in terms of content regulation, it is more of a self-regulatory mechanism. Came out with the self-regulatory mechanism in 2021. Hello. Yeah.
So you spoke about the general challenges before the sector and how it is growing. So how is government going to play the facilitator's role, sir, and regulate less?
Today, आज जो है E&Y की रिपोर्ट को रिलीज किया गया, जिसमें ये दिखाई दिया कि वर्ष 2022 में मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट सेक्टर भारत का 2 लाख करोड़ का टर्नओवर क्रॉस कर गया है, और ये पहली बार हमारा ऐसा हुआ है जो हमने 2019 का जो प्री कोविड लेवल था उसको भी मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री ने पार कर दिया है, और पिछले वर्ष में मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री ग्रोथ लगभग 20% से अधिक की हुई है। ये एक बहुत क्रेडिटेबल सक्सेस स्टोरी है, क्योंकि मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट हमारा 20% प्रति वर्ष पे ग्रो कर रहा है, और अब हम जो $25 बिलियन को भी क्रॉस कर चुके हैं, एंड वी आर श्योर दैट द मीडिया एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री विल ग्रो एट अ very fast pace, much faster than the GDP of the country, and will continue to grow. And media entertainment sector now is being liked. What we are creating is being shown throughout the world. इस बार हमारे को 2 ऑस्कर मिले, जो हमने देखा कि RRR और एलिफेंट विस्परर, इनको 2 ऑस्कर भी मिले, और जो नेटफ्लिक्स, अमेजन पे और बाकी OTTs पे जिस तरह का हमारा कंटेंट जाता है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में देखा जा रहा है, विविध भाषाओं में उसको कंज्यूम किया जा रहा है। और नेटफ्लिक्स और अमेजन के लोग बताते हैं कि कई देशों में जो हमारा कंटेंट है वो कई बार फर्स्ट 10 में आता है.
What are the many more facilities are the media people are going to get as we see, whether it's the filmmaker, whether it's the director, whether it's the producer, any
Last time during the Cannes Film Festival, we had announced the incentive package for the shooting in India, for foreign films coming to India and shooting in India. The same extends to if any film does the animation, visual effects, gaming, etc. also in India. For that also we are giving incentives. Those incentives are very substantial. We have already released incentive over rupees 1 crore to the first project, which is Inheritance. This project has been released that incentive last month in March, and now there are another 3 or 4 projects which are already in the pipeline. More and more projects are coming in. This incentive policy is a success, and we want more films to be shot in India.
So you spoke about one of the initiatives that was digitalization, where fans and film enthusiasts can pay for digitalization. What is that initiative?
With the support of fans, we would like more and more films to be digitized and restored. Currently, the National Film Heritage Mission is going on at Pune through NFDC. Now it has been handed over to NFDC. And there we are digitizing more than 3,000 films, 3,000 feature films and shorts also about 2,000. Then we are restoring about 2,000 such films. And government is spending almost 500 crore rupees on this project. All the contracts have been awarded, and new fresh vaults are also being created in Pune. But as I said, that only about 2,000 feature films are covered under restoration and about 3,000 in digitization, and the number of our heritage is very large. Government cannot pay for all the films, and so I call upon the fans and those who love films. We will come out with a list, and they can choose their own favorites, and we will come out with a scheme so that they can pay for the digitization and restoration, and we will do it.
So you spoke about NFDC
के बारे में आपने बताया, नेशनल सेंटर फॉर एक्सेलेंस. तो मुंबई में कहाँ शुरू होने वाला है और कौन से कोर्सेज वहाँ पे रहेंगे?
नेशनल सेंटर ऑफ एक्सेलेंस के लिए महाराष्ट्र शासन ने हमें 20 एकड़ जगह गोरेगांव फिल्म सिटी के अंदर दी हुई है, और यहाँ पर हमें नेशनल सेंटर फॉर एक्सेलेंस बनाना है. पर अभी वहाँ पर हमें कंस्ट्रक्शन करने में कुछ समय लगेगा, क्योंकि कंस्ट्रक्शन करते करते वहाँ 3-4 वर्ष का समय लगेगा. इसलिए हमारा विचार ये है कि जब तक वहाँ बनता नहीं है तब तक हमारे पेडर रोड के ऊपर जो फिल्म डिवीज़न का जो बिल्डिंग्स हैं वहाँ पर हम जो है उसमें टेम्प्रेरी रूप से क्लासेस शुरू कर सकें. अभी हमारे को गवर्नमेंट की परमिशन जैसे मिलती है केंद्र सरकार की, तो हम उसको FICCI और CII की पार्टनरशिप के अंदर उसको चलाना चाहते हैं.
So in the past, NFDC has backed films like Gandhi, Jaane Bhi Do Yaro. You spoke about NFDC getting back into the entire idea of producing backing films up. So what should we expect going forward, sir?
The NFDC was producing major films in the past. Of course, now NFDC is a co-producer of the film Mujib with government of Bangladesh. That film is almost ready. That is on the life of Mujibur Rahman, who is the father of Bangladesh, and that film is going to be released during this year. Apart from that, NFDC has budget to support small film producers. We are not into the large film game, and those who don't get really the opportunity to produce films on a larger scale, and because there are so many film producers, so much of talent in the country who would like to produce films, so we want to give them an opportunity. Last year, a task force was created. As announced by the Honorable Finance Minister in the budget of 2022, the task force has submitted reports to the government. In that task force, the secretaries of skill development, secretaries of education, they were also represented. And the chairman, AICT, he was also chairing a subgroup. So all those collective reports have come to the government. And the government is going to take its decision soon, so that skilling and education, they are the most important part to make, to increase the workforce of animation, because that is an area where there are so many companies who are working in this particular area. What they require is trained manpower. All the major Hollywood productions and throughout the world, they come to our country for animation and visual effects. but manpower is a constraint and we need to work on that.
So you
सर
spoke
कोरोना
about
के चलते सर OTT जो उसका बूमिंग हो रहा है, लेकिन फिल्मों की जो एक पिछवाड़ी मतलब पीछे जा रहे हैं, इस बारे में गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्री का क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन है?
नहीं, फिल्में पीछे नहीं जा रहे हैं क्योंकि अब फिल्मों को भी
चल नहीं रही है, I mean।
फिल्मों को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल गई है। जो OTT भी एक माध्यम हो गया है जिसमें बहुत से लोग OTT पे देखते हैं और बहुत सी फिल्में जो बनती हैं उनको आज OTT के ऊपर भी उनका रिलीज होता है। पहले थिएटर में होता है, फिर OTT में होता है, और उससे जो मुझे तो लगता है कि कंटेंट क्रिएशन भारत में बढ़ा है। इनफैक्ट जो बड़े बड़े OTT प्लेयर हैं, कोई 5,000 करोड़ खर्च कर रहा है, कोई 10,000 करोड़ खर्च कर रहा है, तो इस तरह का कंटेंट क्रिएशन में जो खर्चा है वो पहले कभी भारत में नहीं हुआ है। और आज परिस्थिति ये है कि जो भी काम करने वाले हैं सबको एक दो शिफ्ट में काम करना पड़ रहा है क्योंकि काम बहुत अधिक है, और हम चाहते हैं कि इसी तरह से जो है देश में कंटेंट क्रिएशन की वृद्धि होती रहे।
So you